Hello, everyone. Samantha-Jayne here. Samantha-Jayne Love from Love Talk. It has been a little while. Thank you for coming and joining us today. Today, topic of discussion, truth or dare with a sprinkle of compassion. So I don't know whether or not you guys have played truth or dare. Generally, it's played by teenagers. When they're, just exploring life, really. The other one is spin the bottle. So truth or dare, the concept of it is you get to pick whether you will be asked a question, you have to tell the truth, or whether you pick doing a dare because you don't want to tell the truth. So I thought that it's really quite apt at the moment. Because life's a little bit like that, isn't it? So what may be my truth may not necessarily be your truth. And it is all based on perception as well. Because telling my truth for somebody else could be really easy for them. So they're like, yeah, whatever, I'll just tell truth all the time. So one of my highest values is truth. So my truth, today I've rocked up. My truth is my eyebrows are literally blonde and they are not there at all. I have had a beautiful loamy massage today. And I just thought that I would come on and be in my true essence today. Is that a bit of a dare as well? Perhaps. I got brought up where generally you would, if you were going somewhere, you would, get dressed up a little bit. You were wearing for the garden or cleaning or whatever. So, yeah, I just thought I would come on here and discuss this a little bit. There's a lot of heat going around at the moment about the way that the topic of subject, COVID, let's just say it, has been dealt with. And everyone has their own truth as to how they perceive how it should go. For me, I contracted the cold. I still stand by my original status is that we should not have shut down. We should have just did a Sweden, as I say. And that's my stance on it all. Some people will say that's cold and heartless, but in my truth, I know that I got better. I know that I feel more amazing. I know that I have more gratitude for a lot of things in my life. And I know that I was asking the universe for a rest. I wanted to lay down and just not do anything for at least a week. That's what I kept saying before I got sick. So I was in responsibility and I saw my truth. I asked to have a rest, to be laid out, to not have to do anything for over a week. I was gifted COVID. Was it a bad cold? Yeah. Was it the worst thing that I've ever had? See, I don't like having snot, so there was no snot for me. So I think it was pretty good. I didn't get a sore throat. Generally, when I get sick, I get a sore throat. Was there a moment where I thought my lungs are a bit huggy? Did I actually think at that moment that I needed to go to hospital? No. Back in 2019, I was probably sicker. Did I get better? Yes. Do I think that by having the vaccine beforehand would have made it any different for me? No. And I'm basing that on the truth that I know that the one time that I had a flu vaccine, I was actually sicker afterwards when I got sick. So for me, that is my truth. And it's not for anybody else to tell me what my truth is. So this is part of the game. So for me, I would pick truth, not a dare. But though, when I was a teenager, I used to pick dares all the time because I did not want to tell the truth. I didn't want to say that I liked Johnny Go Swiftly because somebody else liked Johnny Go Swiftly. So it's really interesting how your truth over time may change. And these change because when we grow and our experiences expand, we learn different things. Our values may change as well. Generally, they're the same, but though they may change, our needs, our wants, all sorts of things may change in our life. So for you, I thought today I would come in my bare truth, bearing my own, and share a bit of my truth. So for me, I have chosen not to have a vaccine. One, because I've just had it. I've had the flu, the COVID virus that they talk about. So at the moment, if I was to put any of those things into my body, I'd probably get really sick. I don't need to, and I don't feel that they are going to help me. I have an immunity to it now. 2, it is still in an experimental phase. And I did not sign up to be a guinea pig. I was not asked if I wanted to be in a trial process. So for me, I'm still standing in my truth. And I'm not taking on the dare. So with all of that, when we think about when we come into life, because this is what we're talking about, this is the game of life. I don't know whether you remember the 80s. I don't know whether it's still a game, but there was a game called the game of life. And right now we are in this game of life. And, there are a lot of atrocities happening. People are, there's all sorts of things happening. And the thing that we have stopped doing is seeing and talking with compassion, seeing things from a different perspective. Just because my truth is that, I can understand and I can see with compassion why other people would make different decisions for them. And that is their truth. I do not judge them for it. I listen and I sit and I extend my hand with compassion because I'm a sovereign spiritual being here on this earth. And what my soul blueprint is to expand the heart consciousness on earth. I cannot do that from judgment. I need to be fully in compassion with myself and others. I may not agree with what they're doing or saying, but I don't need to, because the only thing that I need to worry about is what I'm doing for myself and what I'm doing for my family and my extended family who sit within, we have interactions with. Some people don't align, and that is okay. So I invite you to really sit within your truth or what you believe is a dare. I want you to take a step back from that. I want you to sprinkle over a little bit of compassion. And if you don't know how to get compassion, I want you to reach out to me. And I want you to say, Sam, teach us how to be compassionate. And I'll do a video on that. Maybe that's my video for next week. Let's just talk about compassion. How do we bring more compassion into our lives? Actually, that is my video for next week. So stay tuned. Come on next week for Love Talk as we talk about and explore how to be more compassionate in your life. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for you standing in your truth, whatever that looks like for you. Big loves, and we'll see you next week for compassion.